Thanks, Jenny. Can I just say that Alice is feeling slightly freaked out at this point? You do all know, don't you, that this actually started as a bit of a joke. Carried away. Alice, that is the five of us, would like to say a big thank you to Beverley Cousins and Random House, who not only gave us heart failure by accepting the Painted Sky publication, but who also did not back out on discovering they would be dealing with 5 first-time fiction authors at once instead of one. We know they took a punt on us, something that's very hard to do in this climate, and we are very, very grateful. I clearly recall getting the good news from Bev in an email at work. He basically said something like, "I couldn't put the book down. I would like to try and get it published." I remember calmly pulling my chair away from my desk and walking towards the office balcony where I knew my soon-to-erupt screams of ecstasy would not be heard. Unfortunately, I got waylaid on the way there by a worried intern who wanted some advice on a story she was writing for me. I think I said something to her like, "Yeah, whatever you reckon," before I tore outside and broke the news to the rest of the Alices. Speaking of the Alices, again, she, or we, would also like to thank Random House's editors Elena and Chris, who restored this former chief sub's faith in editing. We'd also like to thank our very, very patient publicist, Lucy. Big thanks too to Random's non-fiction chief, Fiona Henderson, an old mate of Tony's and mine from our country newspaper days. When I rang Fiona way back for advice on the book, she encouraged us to send it in, saying, "I haven't read it and I can't promise anyone in fiction will read it, but seriously, there's a lot of crap out there." The Painted Sky was originally called The Painted Man. This was an odd thing really, because this is a book that has been nurtured and inspired by so many women, like we all are, I guess. These women include obviously Alice herself, or ourselves, all of the book sluts, as Jen mentioned, the team from Random House, and the great women on our research trip to literally the back of Burke. We are also blessed to count many of these great women amongst our own friends and family, and lots of them are here tonight, including the mighty Mean Girls basketball team. And I must give a special shout out to my friend Becky, who came all the way from Perth, Deb from Melbourne, and Carolyn, who I haven't seen for years. But I'm particularly spoilt in the great women department because I have 3 brilliant, very funny sisters, Chris, Kim and Kate, who all actually inspired some chapters of the book. The awkward dinner party scene, the bitch fight, only joking. They are the best. And of course they've been so thrilled by all of this. And of course there's my mother Shirley, who as some of you know, died just after Christmas. Mum was smart, warm and very funny. She was also rather a tough book critic, so I was a little nervous when I gave her the manuscript to read a few months back. But of course she loved it, particularly the fact that it was set out in the far west, country where her family have lived for generations and where she lived for the first 16 years of her life. She also loved the cover, Bev, and asked me how on earth the editors knew the exact colour of that western painted sky. Sharing that other painted sky with me for the past few years have also been 4 brilliant men. My husband Tony, who has been incredibly supportive of me in this as he is in every single thing, particularly over the past few months. My beautiful, caring, gorgeous boys, Tom and Charlie, and of course my beautiful father. And now, I hand you over to fellow Alice and my mean colleague on the basketball court, the gorgeous Miss Jane St. Vincent Brown.